Hello, my name is Renee Rendell, and today I will be serving as your digital consultant. I will be focusing on reviewing and proposing changes for the 501st Legion website, 501st.com. The 501st Legion is a collection of fan-run local chapters with a central organization called Central Command. It is an international organization that spans every continent, though the majority of the chapters are actually in North America. The heart of the 501st lies within its community. The purpose of the organization is to celebrate Star Wars through the creation and use of quality costumes that portray the villainous, morally ambiguous, and nonpartisan characters for Star Wars-related events, as well as contribute to local communities through costume charity and volunteer work. Several 501st chapters have social media presence and websites like the Southern California Garrison, but this presentation will mainly focus on the greater organization website under the URL 501st.com. Let's start with a foundational question. Who is this website really for? The website gives a location for the clubs to interact with each other and hire leadership in the organization, as well as giving the potential new members a way to contact local chapters. Therefore, there are two audiences that the 501st public-facing website must help: the potential new members and the 501st members. The 501st landing page does not help divide up these two groups well. It is not immediately clear as a first-time visitor where to go to get plugged into the local chapter. There is a page under the Our Community drop-down menu called How to Join, but it's not clear on the landing page. One of the first changes that would benefit the 501st would be making a clear section on the landing page for new members, including pictures of new members, as well as separating Our Community drop-down menu into Our Community and New Members tab. As for the other audience, it's for people who are already members. The 501st members come to this page for news, charity, costume advice, administration, and awards. Presently, the landing page does do an alright job introducing the different things, like having clear graphics, categories for costume, charity, and community, but often subsequent pages are just walls of text. It would benefit the image of the organization to vary the text with members of the community engaging with the themes on the page. An example of this would be the costume detachment under costuming dropdown. Once you're on this page, there is no visual rhetoric to assist the visitor in explaining the purpose of this page. But this page is actually very critical for amateur costumers, as it leads to more dedicated communities that offer advice on more specific costuming. This page and many other pages need to be radically reconstructed to create more clarity. This is because costuming is what the whole club structure is about. Even the text uses inside terminology like CRLs, which to an outsider has an unclear meaning. The website could benefit from a visual glossary of key terms like detachment, CRL, garrison with images, and hover over explanation. I believe that an AI companion for costuming question would be very useful. Instead of having a simple facts page, the 501st could include an AI companion to discuss questions with beginning costume makers. It could also suggest videos about costuming from other members of the community or costuming professionals. This tool will help make the site more interactive and welcoming, especially for beginners. It would also help modernize the site by changing text-heavy pages to conversational support. I believe that using AI in this way respects the creativity of the community while improving access and clarity for all members. Search functions would do wonders for this site. Presently, people who are unfamiliar with this site have to search every single tab under costume detachments or search through a separate document hosted by a separate website, darkbank.501st.com. The databank website looks and feels like an internal document and reads like a foundational charter, which makes sense since it also includes the entirety of the 501st Foundation Charter and bylaws. It is the opposite of a user-friendly environment which encourages new members to engage with the organization. The 501st must spend time creating a new page for searching up costume ideas. I know this would take some time, but pages that talk about how to dress like clone troopers must have tags like #clone. For a more exact example, let us consider the costume guide under Galactic Marine. This potential page should have tags like #clone, Marine, Episode 3, and Red. so that it appears if someone searches for something as detailed as Marine Clone Trooper from episode 3, or something more broad like Red Clone. This search bar feature should be included on the 501st domain and not the subsequent database site. This is because the transition between the two sites can be very jarring, and the database site does not conform to any of the established theming from the actual landing page of the 501st website. Another idea is that the new members should be funneled down to a drop-down menu. I think that this drop-down menu should include how to join page, the AI costuming assistant, an interactive map, and listing units. As for revising the community drop-down button, I believe that it should have a news form for posting about events, accomplishments from the chapters, a photo gallery to post photos from the 501st events, and an awards page to award things like Best Costume of the Month, Most Charitable of the Year, etc. And I believe this should go alongside the members and Legion officers tab that are already on the community drop-down page. Speaking of interactive maps, under the 501st Community tab is a page titled Map Units. I believe this is by far the most helpful digital infrastructure on this site, as it allows new members to find local chapters in an interactive way. However, the image of all the garrisons on the map often appear slightly blurry, as if it has been blown up to an aspect ratio that the photo was not designed for. In order to make this page look more professional and pleasing, the image should be recreated in a larger size. I think in addition to that, the chosen font of the photo has some sort of sci-fi theme, and it's kind of hard to read, I would say. When the photo is recreated, I think it would benefit from choosing a new font, something to improve readability, especially in more crowded areas on the map. For instance, the northeastern United States or in the low countries of Europe. The databank website is something that is uncontrolled by the 501st. None of the organization theming continues on that website. It visually reads as that internal document, and its search engine is very imprecise. The user would use it to search up Stormtrooper costume. It would pull up all the pages that mention Stormtroopers, which include charter documents, bylaws, history, and costuming information in various languages like Spanish, English, French, and German. It, therefore, is less than ideal search engine for the 501st costuming community. I believe that it needs to become more of an internal-facing document that new members are not funneled towards. In conclusion, there are some ways that the 501st Legion can improve their public-facing website. The 501st would see more enrollment by respecting the inexperience of new potential members. As discussed, the 501st should make more clear signposting for their new members by creating different drop-down features and improving visual rhetoric like how to join pages and such. And I truly believe that the new search engine on the URL would actually help give the 501st more control of their theming. It would also make discovering new costumes more accessible to members unfamiliar with the language of the hobby. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.